Good evening. This is DJ Vinyl Vertigo. Welcome to my channel. It's Sunday night. It's 2026. Happy New Year if I haven't seen you, or you haven't seen me, because I've been saying that for the past few videos. But I'm continuing to do that this week, and the week is almost over, so I'm going to stop doing that as of tomorrow. This is the Soul Funk Vinyl Tag, initiated by Harvey from the UK. His channel is called Spin the Black Circle, I think it's called, yeah. And check out his channel. He's really cool. He's got really good taste in music. I love his accent. I know people have been talking about accents on Rachel's Ghost Show. As this northern English accent, I love it. And just a really cool guy, seemingly, and somebody I'd like to meet if ever I go back to London, or to the London area, I should say. But he put together a Soul and Funk 2026 vinyl tag with 12 questions. And I'm going to start off with the first one, if I can remember them all. Oh, I'm going to see if I can do this by heart, because I don't have it in front of me. Name a, let's see, a new vinyl find for 2025. 2025, I guess, yeah. Not a used one, but a new, your best new find. And that was the band St. Paul and the Broken Bones. They're from Alabama. It's a self-titled record. It is so good. The hit song on here is Sushi and Coca-Cola. It kicks butt. Ooh-wee is another one. Full Moon is another one. Sitting in the Corner is another song that's great. Stars Above. This is great band. And their lead vocalist is just so amazing. It's right there. His name is Paul. He's really cool. And he's the saint. I don't know if he's the saint, but he's definitely a great blue-eyed soul singer. Really great band. And if you haven't checked them out, they have about 7 albums by now. They're just wonderful. I've seen them several times. And if you like let's see, Duran Jones and Indications, things like that. If you dig that kind of music, you'll dig this. If you like Amy Winehouse, you'll definitely dig this kind of music. It's really awesome. Really good. St. Paul and the Broken Bones. And this is on clear Coke bottle vinyl. Yeah. I hope I can remember all the questions. I just went through all of them, and I didn't write them down, and they're in my phone, and you're on my phone right now, so I don't have any access to that. So I'm just going to go by heart. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. A vinyl find, a used vinyl find, prior to 1980, I guess he said. I think that's what he said. And I'm going to show you something that I had when I was a child. It was given to me when I was a teenager, or preteen, by my brothers for Christmas. But I left that back in New York and lost it. But I found an OG copy, so I feel like I got it back in a way. Fire. By Earth, Wind, and Fire. I mean, by Earth, Wind, and Fire. By the Ohio Players. Excuse me. Really great record. This has Fire, Together, Running from the Devil, I Want to Be Free. I love that song. Smoke. What the Hell? This is a great record. It's a total funk record. Real dirty, real funky, just organic, and just it's what funk is all about. This record is what funk is all about. It starts off with a fire engine, and then now these great big drums, and then the bass comes in, and fire. And apparently the Ohio Players were known for picking a word and making a funk song around a word. So they just pick a word out of the sky and then start jamming and start saying the word and then creating a song from that. I mean, it's genius. I think it's genius. And to create such great hits from that's pretty genius. I'm sorry, but that's pretty cool. That's the story. Okay. Now, I know he said before 1980, but I have one that's a used find that's after 1980, and I'm cheating a little bit. I know he didn't ask for this, but for me, the best find, soul funk find is, and this is after 1980, of course. This is from the, is this from the early 2000s or, yeah, I think it's from the early 2000s. This is a remaster that was 2020, but it was before that. Jill Scott. Who is Jill Scott? This is a definitive. This is a poet, singer songwriter, performer, actress. She's just unbelievable. She's like the godmother of neo soul. I just love her so much, and has songs like "Do You Remember," exclusively, "Getting in the Way," the fabulous "A Long Walk." Oh man, he loves me. It's love. That's a freaking funky song. The Way. Love Rain is another great song. The Roots. Also, Slowly Surely. One is the Magic Number. Oh man, Watching Me. Oh, it's just so many great songs on this record. It's a double LP, and when I saw this, I snatched it up so fast. I was like, these are so expensive, and I got this pretty reasonable. I was really happy to get, because you can't find this. You just can't find this. It's incredible. This was a 2021 remaster of it, but I'm happy to have it. But anyway, that's not one of the questions. I mean, that's not really one of the, but I just had to say that. Okay, name a 7-inch that was not a top 30 hit, but you still love it. And it's a band called The Sinceres. They're from Coal Mine Records. They are what's considered Chicano soul. They're a fantastic band. I saw them live in Montreal at the Jazz Fest about 2 summers ago. Oh my God, they were so good. Amazing, just amazing. I'm so happy to see them. And this record is called It Was Only a Dream. It Was Only a Dream. Yeah. Isn't that great? Coal Mine has great labels, and it's such a it's a great record label anyway. It's a independent label, and even the guys that run the place, one of the guys that runs the place, he produces a lot of the records, and he has his own. He also is a musician and plays music, and has releases as well. Coal Mine. Alex from Vera Vinyl and I have this camaraderie, this kind of like this oneness of ourselves, of our loving this label. We both love this label so much. Then it says 1960s artist or producer or whatever who produced an album in the 70s. And this is, I showed this in my vinyl tag, but it works for this one too. Stevie Wonder's In a Vision. Stevie Wonder had been making hits since the early 60s, and in the 70s, and then again in the 80s, and then in the 90s. I mean, he just kept on going, and he's planning on he's passed them in his plans even now. I know there's something coming. I can feel it. And he's just made so many amazing albums, but this album is so good, and I talked about this in my vinyl tag. It's extensively. Intervisions is a classic record. It's just one of those classics, like What's Going On, Let's Get It On, like those kind of albums. It's just like, you just cannot have a collection without this in there, and it's just amazing. Especially if you like soul, definitely has to be in your collection. I mean, if only for the song "Don't You Worry About a Thing," or "All in Love Is Fair," or "Higher Ground," or "Too High," or "Living for the City," or "Golden Lady." Ugh, amazing. Everything on this is so good. So, and the next one, let's see. I think I'm gonna have to put a hold because I don't remember everything. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm ready. Okay, so the next question is number 5. Let's see. Soul album. Pick a soul album from soul or funk album. Best soul or funk album from your home country. And I'm going to say this one. Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's the Way of the World. This was supposed to be a soundtrack to a movie that apparently it was a bad movie, but it's a great album. And most people don't even know that this was a soundtrack. It says original soundtrack from the Sig Shore production, That's the Way of the World, produced and directed by Sig Shore, and original story by Robert Lipsyte. I've never seen it. I don't know if I even want to see it because I think it would ruin the music for me. This is from 1975. This is on Columbia, and this is an OG, and I just absolutely adore this album. It has the songs Shining Star, That's the Way of the World, Happy Feeling, Yearn and Learning, Reasons, See the Light, Africano. I mean, it's just brilliant. Just a brilliant album. It's a classic. If you ever want to start with Earth, Wind and Fire, I suggest start with this one. Amazing. Just amazing. The singing, the playing. Maurice and Philip are on their game. You know, Verdine playing bass, unbelievable. Just a great, great, great record. Number 6. A female soul, pick an album of female soul trio or quartet. And I know you thought I was going to say Diana Ross and the Supremes or whatever, Martha Reeves and Vandellas or whatever, the Shirelles. Or nope. I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to do something. Not the Mary Jane Girls either. The Emotions, a sister group. They had a lot of problems, but they had put out some great songs. And this album is really good. This one is called Rejoice. The title track is phenomenal. They started out as a Christian group. I think they used to tour with the Staples. And then they got into secular music, and then they just blew up like crazy. But they have great songs like Blessed of My Love, which you all know. The Feeling is another great song. Don't Ask My Neighbors. Oh, that song is killer. Blessed and also Rejoice, produced by Maurice White for Columbia Records. So they were very connected with Earth, Wind and Fire. Of course, they're the ones that sing backup on Boogie Wonderland. Ha ha, dance Boogie Wonderland. That's them. The Emotions. I saw them with Earth, Wind and Fire at Radio Music. At Madison Square Garden, and what's her name? Williams. Denise Williams opened for them. Yeah. Amazing show. Let's see. Best soul funk band scene. Not necessarily this year. Earth, Wind and Fire at Madison Square Garden with The Emotions, and opening act was Denise Williams. It was an incredible show. The show was directed by David Copperfield, I think his name is. He's the magic guy. He did all of the magic. He had them like appearing and disappearing and flipping upside down and levitating and all this kind of crazy stuff. And I know I said I don't like theatrics, but that show was it was minimal theatricality, but it was really well done. And the playing was unreal. I will never forget that night. I was exhausted because it was such a great show. You know, I mean, to have 3 acts like that, and then the Emotions come out with them, and I think Denise even came out and sang with them a little bit too. Oh, it was just unbelievable show back in the 70s. It was so great, late 70s, and that was Earth, Wind and Fire, best show, one of the best shows. Now, the other one that I was going to say was James Brown, but I don't have any really. I have James Brown on CD. I don't have James Brown on vinyl because I want to get good versions, and they're not cheap, so I haven't gotten those yet. So I would have probably said James Brown, but I want to show you vinyl. So it's Earth, Wind and Fire, and I'm not diminishing Earth, Wind and Fire at all. They still are the tops for me in terms of live funk band. Having seen them. Okay, number 8. You are friends with a rock supremacist non-believer. What album or single you would play to convert them to soul or funk? That's easy. That's a no-brainer for me. I'm always going to go to the man that everybody knows, whether they're into funk or rock or dance music or soul or whatever. Prince, Musicology. This album is a banger, and this is truly a banger funk record. It's so good. It's one that I think many people overlook. I never do because I love it so much. It's such a great record. Nice gatefold with an extra lip on it. It's really cool. It has musicology. One of my favorite songs, Illusion, Coma, Pimps, and Circumstance. Life of the Party, Cinnamon Girl, Call My Name. What Do You Want Me to Do? Great ballad on that one. Dear Mr. Man, if I was the man in your life, I mean, The Marrying Kind. This is a great album, so phenomenal. He really outdid himself with this record, and I think this record should have been bigger than it was, in my opinion. Yeah, great album from Prince. And I'm telling you, any rock and roller will check this out and they will hear what they want to hear on this. They will hear tidbits of rock and roll. They will feel the rock and roll in this record. It's so good. All right. Show a 12-inch or a soul or a funk record from the 80s or the 90s. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is from the 80s. I know this is from the 80s. It has to be. I grabbed it right away, and it doesn't have a year on it, but I know it's from the 80s. It's got to be. But it's one of my favorite. It was number one on the dance charts, but it is definitely a soul funk tune. And it is by a group called the Aarons, Land of Hunger. Stream it. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's such a good tune. It's so infectious. And they had an album called Here on Earth. Hear, Here on Earth, that came out. This came out before the album. Let me just see if there's a year on this. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Of course, it doesn't say. This is a German press, actually. 1984. Ha ha! So I'm right. Yes. 1984. The Eurons. And, great, infectious dance beat. It's not a disco song. It's definitely funk. But it's very danceable funk. And it's really good. It's infectious. I mean, you cannot hold still. You will not hold still listening to this song. Check it out. We're in the land of hunger, the land of which kind of makes you wonder, oh, what is this? Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah, really good stuff. Next, let's see, an album track. Show an album with a track with a track that lasts in excess of 8 minutes. I can do you better than that. I can take the track off the album and show you a 12-inch of it, and it's I hope this qualifies. And I have to go to Prince one more time, and this is a Record Store Day release from I think 2 years ago, and it's the Get Off, the Prince and the New Power Generation Get Off single, and this is it says let's see, it says here, a recreation of the rare original 1991 one-sided 12-inch DJ promo, including the damn near 10-minute version of what became the first single from Diamonds and Pearls. So this came from Diamonds and Pearls album. This is Prince's Get Off. This is one of my absolute favorite banger tunes from Prince. It proves that he can do everything. He can play music like nobody's business. He can sing, and he can also rap. And I know some people said it's kind of like not the best rap, but I'm sorry. I think he does an incredible job with slaying the rap game on this record. I'm sorry. I just think he does. And I had a hard time. I had to recreate this at a Prince tribute show that I did with my band, and I had to do this song, and I had to practice the delivery of the rap on this record, and it's such a good, it's so good, it's so good, it's so great. Yeah, great record. Black vinyl, Get Off, custom label to that, and yeah, Prince once again. He will do it. If I'm doing soul or funk tag, Prince is going to be in there somewhere. And he's in there twice. All right. Next, number 11. We're almost done. You're single, and you have a promising date. What album would you play to get you in the mood for romance? And he said, don't go to the obvious like Marvin Gaye and stuff like that. I won't even go to Barry White. I won't even go to Isaac Hayes. Stay away from all that. because this album would put me in the mood in a heartbeat. Brown Sugar, D'Angelo. Romance, romance, romance. Yeah, Brown Sugar, All Right, Jones in My Bones, me and those dreaming eyes of mine, Smooth, Cruising, When We Get By, Lady, oh, man, and Higher. This album is brilliance on plastic, brilliance on vinyl, whatever. Wax, I should say, not plastic, wax. Just amazing record from 1995. And yeah, we miss him, D'Angelo. We miss Prince too, and we miss D'Angelo, who was influenced by Prince, by the way, want to tell you. Just love, love, love this album. I love everything that D'Angelo does. So, but that particular record is a record I would put on if I was getting ready to go out for a romantic evening. All right. And then finally, number 12, and the final question is, or request is pull the greatest, show the greatest funk or soul album in your humble opinion of all time. And that could be a lot of stuff. That was a hard one for me because there's so many really great ones. But I said, what would be the greatest? And I said, you know what? What record just got to me, got a lump in my throat. I had so many incredible memories. I think people might know what I'm talking about because I talked about this about a month ago. And it's got to be none other than Curtis Mayfield's Curtis. I think this is a perfection of an album. It's beautiful. It is timeless. It's got a lot of social and political things going on. It also has a lot of romantic stuff going on. It's empowerment. It's just a beautiful, perfect album. And yeah, I think he was, and I said this before, Curtis Mayfield to me was kind of like the Bob Dylan of the African American community. He said what needed to be said in a way that we needed to hear it and other people could actually identify it. So he was very universal because he spoke for our community, but what he was saying was universal. So anyone, even if you aren't African American, you can identify with this kind of stuff. That's what makes you a universal soldier in terms of being a singer-songwriter and being in the music industry. And that's what Bob Dylan is. He transcends any one particular group. He's very universal, and that's what I feel that Curtis Mayfield is, very universal. And I'm not getting too much into philosophy on that, but I really feel that way. Truly feel that way about Curtis Mayfield. And I cannot leave that alone because Curtis Mayfield has done so many great things. I have to just show this one more thing because I think this is definitely one right up there with it, and that is the soundtrack to Superfly. Curtis Mayfield, once again, he's talking about a specific world, a specific lifestyle, but even if you haven't lived this lifestyle, you somehow can identify with these songs. It's just you know what's going on. Even if you haven't lived it, you know what this is all about. Pusher Man, Freddy's Dead, Junkies Chase, Little Child Running Wild. Unless you lived under a rock, you know what's going on this record, and you feel it. You feel he musically encapsulates what that film is about, and really, Superfly, classic. I think everybody who loves Curtis Mayfield has this in their collection or wants to have it in their collection. Definitely something to have. So I'm going to just say Curtis Mayfield has put out the best, in my opinion, the best soul or funk records ever. And that's it. I'm going to tidy up right now by saying thank you so much, Harvey. Spin the Black Circle is the name of his channel. And I thank you again for putting that out there, and I'm glad to have been part of this and to share my thoughts on the 2026 Soul Funk Tag. So take care, guys. Have a great evening. Keep being good, as good as you can, and keep listening to great music. Ta-ta.